week ago against Texas, did not make the trip. He got banged up, was not able to practice as much as they wanted. So it's Stockton today. Justin Murphy couldn't make the trip and forced a lot of adjustments, which they've been making the back half of the season. Stockton forges ahead off the right side.
Catch all day.
And you think it's Jordan Burton, number 20, that's going to be the guy, right?
Yep, and this is him chasing now.
Mahomes is down.
Ape and get away. But again, they're going to sign somebody. And the thing that they have in common right now is just this three-man rush right here. That's what Texas did and TCU did so effectively.
That pass is incomplete. Looking in the general, Nate,
The receiver misread that play.
trying to avoid another 3 and out. It won't happen. Covering their defensive coordinator, Glenn Spencer, has done a very nice job handling the chores here for some time now under Mike Gundy. And Justin Stockton pressed into duty today because of the injury.
It was a thing that jumped out at me as I watched film. They're never taking a play off.
Stockton on the delay. Healthy pickup.
Really gave himself up, sliding head first. And again, he pulls that ball down, does Mahomes, and he's sliding, man. He's a full half yard in front of that first down.
Mahomes in at quarterback. Nothing doing on the ground with Stockton. Drives now. He's 0 for 2, no yards.
Well, Kirk Tucker, number 12, was really standing there, playing his run fit just the way he's supposed to play it, making sure.
Ineligible receiver downfield, number 58. It's a 5-yard penalty. Replay second.
Guard.
Let's see if we can take a look at that guy right there. This up and a right, trying to sift up to that second level. he knows he's downfield, but he's getting.
A lot of movement. He's forced into the starting lineup today due to injury. Mahomes again looking for some help. And that pass is caught. Well, that's beautifully done. That's down.
Now here's the previous play under pressure. The pressure was late there, but what a nice grab. And watch him climb the ladder and pluck that out of the air. Doesn't get any better than that if you're watching at home, youngsters.
16 on it.
They're trying to go fast, too.
On 3rd and inches, Stockton, I think, just got the line to make before
trying to go off the right side and power this thing through. The number, still the weakness, but this guy creeping up. The soft spot is to the right. Nice job. That's a holding.
You think? Stockton was held and twirled and held again.
In the run, holding defense, number 4.
Yep.
A 10-yard penalty will be added to the end of the
sizable game.
Yeah, Kirk Tucker, also a star linebacker, had him wrapped up too. Beautiful out pattern to Derek Williams. This guy can
right there now.
DeMarcus Felton in the backfield, number 27. And Mahomes.
And he kept it.
Yes, he did. Down to the 33-yard line.
Leverage this three-man front, really making a big difference and causing him consternation in his reads.
Felton inside the 30. It pops free for Felton. Boy, a Kurt team. They are both flanked to the bottom of your screen. Little out pattern for Cantrell. Outstanding
Side stopped it for a negligible gain.
But a first down and goal. And here's Mahomes. And he goes in standing up just like that.
Moving the ball down the field. You can see the zone read, the cross action. Got him with a lead blocker, the numbers game in your advantage. Mahomes.
Beautiful. You talk about a magnificent Norman Rockwell painting there at
Doesn't get any better than
Husky
that.
Stadium. It's a beautiful, beautiful place. Here's Felton ahead for 3, maybe 4 yards. They've done a pretty good job. DeMarcus Felton had that 15-yard burst, which helped them. Stockton in motion, and now Mahomes loads up and looks for and finds Jonathan Giles. You know, we haven't called
Now, but the opposite look just a moment ago, and there's a soft spot in between that rolled up corner and the safety.
Quick out to Cantrell, and Dillon with his second catch of your screen. And it's Felton. Nothing doing. He'll be stopped shy by already 30 yards in the second quarter. After the 41 in the first, there's that quick burst again. That's 3 times that play's athlete. I was hyping him for the Heisman in the late 80s.
Back on the day.
5 rushes, 31 yards for Felton. Stockton now on the stretch. How about that?
That's
Inside
nice.
the 20 to the 19, so having been some rhythm, Trey Flowers the stop.
And they're working the total width of the field here, and that's how you put stress on a defense. You serve up exactly what they've been doing to you.
I think Glenn Spencer, and he has done a marvelous job here for Gundy. If you're going to give up a lot of yards and some points in this league, I don't care how good you are, how long you've been in the business. Mason Reed is coming to the game, number 29. Mahomes' pass is to Cantrell underneath. Stockton down to the 4. It's at this stage of the field where
The 5% scoring touchdowns once they get inside the red zone, but it doesn't equate to their one-loss record.
Cantrell, touchdown.
And the win over Baylor.
DeMarcus Felton in the backfield for Mahomes, who opens this drive. It has been remarkably a different kind of play selection day for Cliff Kingsbury. The ground game and even everything in the playbook now for Mahomes. Bootleg action, and he throws it for the sidelines. It's on the season.
Yeah, let's take a look at it here. Yeah, those feet. I think that right toe was down, Timmy.
But we can respectfully disagree.
Absolutely.
Part of the game. Underneath, Cantrell. Doesn't matter now. He's got the first down. 1st and 10 with the ball at the 48. 9 yards away from 4,000 on the season for Mahomes in the air. Will he get it here? Looping it high into the air and incomplete is a primary target in these kinds of situations in the slot. There's the quick slant to Cutie. And he's about a yard, maybe 2, shy of the first season in consecutive years. Job well done by Mahomes. Felton, nothing doing. Hit.
There you can see him, number 40, stick his nose in there. They had a game, did Texas Tech working on, and Averett just shot his run fit perfectly in there and shut that down.
Run stuffer.
Personal foul, face mask. Defense number 7. It's a 15-yard penalty from the previous spot. Automatic first down.
Mahomes trying to keep this track meet alive, and Felton again will get it down to about the 20-yard. Ball's on the ground. Looks like the Cowboys may have it. Oklahoma State had the first look at this. Watch out.
That defensive end has got leverage. Mahomes needed to leave that ball in. Hit,
Recovered it. 3rd down and 5. Underneath on the check down, it's Jonathan Giles from the 15. Well, now both teams have had chances for turnover opportunities go awry. That pass,
you can't keep that number up there that high, missing those balls.
Stockton and Felton both in the backfield. Stockton now splits out to the bottom of your screen. On 2nd and 10, on the cross, it's Willie. The center, Tony Morales, the veteran, one of the very few that hasn't been moved. And Morales will follow him off the left side. Oh, a lot of that was up front, and it's a patchwork offensive line now. Mahomes, design run. Met at the 3-yard line by Trey Flowers, and the ball pops loose, but I think the whistle had stopped play down at the 3. Quick wide receiver screen. It's actually Stockton, and he gets inside.
Constricted space, you can still get them. You can see the bodies trying to sort it out here.
Look at them.
They're
movement
working,
there.
man, trying to look like ants out there trying to get in position, but that's the...
Mahomes decides to keep it, and he jitterbugs his. Batson and Cutie are the wide receivers to the bottom. Mahomes decides to keep it himself on the read. That changed, Spencer. 2nd and goal.
Switch.
Mahomes just gets rid of it. That was well defended. They did not.
When they get bunched up, it's a lot easier to get it the read quicker from the quarterback standpoint.
3rd and goal.
Oh, big fella out here.
78 is eligible, and look at that.
Wow.
The formation got it done.
Yep. Let's see what's going on right here, Timmy. Again,
boy.
There's a lot they didn't tell us before this game started about who was going to be doing what. He just slips out again, just left him unguarded.
And now Texas Tech with an opportunity with a drive here to take their first lead. That's Cameron Batson The wide receiver began, and that's enabled them to have the entire playbook at hand.
Yeah, 2nd and 5 is always better than 2nd and longer.
Felton.
You almost want to run away from this right here in the Foreman.
Quick slant, incomplete, it was dropped. Jonathan Giles, I don't think you call it desperate anymore. I really don't. I hear what you're saying, but in the air raid style, the Mike Leach protege approach, I mean, it's no big deal for them to go for it on 4th down. And Stockton is the lone setback now. For the time being, he needs to stay healthy for Texas Tech's chances on the ground to be effective. Mahomes, that ball was tipped and then caught by Cantrell.
Richards, number 7, who tipped that ball. He just got hand right underneath it.
And it's Cantrell now, the wide receiver screen. That's Batson. He's got it. Pass.
An eligible man downfield. Offense number 78. It's a 5-yard penalty. Replay 2nd down.
Flowers was back there defending number 31, but again, you can see the left tackle gets downfield down here. A little bit further than he needs to be, blocking downfield, trying to get involved, and he's about almost 10 yards.
Yeah. The bottom of your screen. Stockton. He gets 3 and is then pushed back by Avery. Mahomes being chased. Batson, the intended receiver.
Out of Judson, 6'3", 198, and again, nice release by Mahomes. He feels it, knows exactly where it needs to be. I'm gonna tell you, to be able to throw the ball back across your,
and they find themselves behind by a touchdown again. Stockton, not much up. Quick out, intended for Derek Willis. During the course of any game,
I think it points to what you mentioned earlier. I'm not so sure how 100% healthy he is.
On 3rd and 9, drops that one in, and it's knocked away. Cantrell.
Right, it sounds got those pipes working, baby.
He really does. Good to have you aboard, Anthony. Quick look in for Cutie.
Not seen a lot of those deep downfield passes, but we've certainly seen a lot of underneath stuff.
Mahomes drops it on the check down to Cutie for
on 3- and 4-yard catches.
Mahomes. Well, that's got to be a hold. Williams was absolutely held, and then
Pass interference. Defense number 6. The 15-yard penalty from the previous spot.
Lampkin knew he was in trouble again on the release. You can see him working. Just get that hand all the way wrapped around his hip. I tell you that. Good Lord.
And there was still a smattering of boos, huh?
Yeah, that's what's shocking me. I'm sitting there saying, good Lord.
Oh, it's a little reverse.
Nice.
Back to Mahomes and then back to a wide open receiver. The kitchen sink from the Texas Tech side in coverage.
Yeah, Mason Reed is the fullback. You're going to see him kind of trickle out there late, trying to be a little bit sneaky, but Mahomes had pressure on his face. If he didn't have pressure, maybe Reed is up the field, up the side as they go pace and tempo to get rid of that ball with pressure in his face.
24 yards on the game. Now Mahomes throwing it for the corner, incomplete. Cantrell, the Barry and company are going to do it. They know their deficiencies and they play around them as best they can. Mahomes, beautifully done. That's Mason Reed again.
Came in at the running back position, gave a nice block to allow Mahomes to escape and continue to extend that play.
Got 217 yards now. And there's Mahomes. He wants it. He got it. Touchdown for him. What a performance again for him. It seems like he's breaking his own records every time out.
3 touchdowns and an interception last week. Again, he felt this one on the ground, and he had used the assistance of a body underneath him to go for another score. This guy is a machine. He had to wait long and a hard time for that particular opportunity, but when it came in bunches.
Jonathan Giles, Oklahoma State to 3. We're going to go back to that on Washington in a moment. Mahomes Mahomes, this is where he's really dangerous.
Wow.
Beautifully done to Cameron Batson. He just
Opposite direction and finds a guy in the middle of the field from the numbers. That's amazing.
Yeah. Wow. How about that ad lib? He goes to the left hand to get it to Quentin White, and 2nd and 9. Markers fly.
False start. Offense. Number 78.
Elite. He
Right
is
there.
a natural.
Yes, a natural athlete. 2nd and 14. Mahomes under pressure. What a pass. Cuty's got it. And now we're seeing some of those. Now they're coming into vogue.
And Jordan Burton, number 20, is working underneath those crossing routes as Mahomes gets that ball away. He's trying to figure out what the heck just.
From the 46 of Oklahoma State. Looking for Cutie. Did not get turned around.
What a job Chris Peterson has done.
Yeah, big
Incredible.
time. Only a matter of time before you knew he was going to get it together. Safety valve is Quentin White. White. Well, that's a play you call knowing 4th down. This is their 3rd try. Mahomes dumps it at the last moment possible. And I believe it's going to be a 1st down.
And Phillips was there, number 19 around.
It is a
it, but
1st
again,
down.
That's going to be a 1st down, Tim. Again, the 3-man rush caught him that time. Set it down to between those zones, finding a soft spot, just dunking and dinking.
Mahomes on the cross. Giles dropped it again. That's 2. Just a sophomore, but 2 big drops for him today. 2nd and 10.
Late blitz pressure.
Well, there had to be some contact there. Yes, Batson was.
Pass interference. Defense. Number 31. Spot foul. Automatic.
You can see the route right there on the outside. He gets that left hand and pulls him back.
10 from the 22. Quentin White remains the setback, and Batson in motion. Wide receiver screen to Batson. He reverses his field, and now Mahomes sets a block for him. And he vaults himself inside the 20 to about the empty backfield. Mahomes has plenty of room, and he knows where the sticks are.
Most yards between the sideline and where the play is set up. Boundary will be the short side. There you go.
Outstanding defensive play. Flowers got his hand in there and knocked it free right in here. Watch. Ball is being knocked away.
Yep.
Cutie thought he could do. 2nd and goal.
The ball gets a pass defense on that too.
Mahomes looking for some help. Just throws it away. Here he goes again. He got a block. Up for grabs in the end zone. Incomplete.
Wow.
I think his receivers do a nice job of becoming defenders when they have to.
Yeah, but there's some passes, you're right, Timmy, but this one was ill-advised. He should have never thrown this one, had too much air under it. And you're right, those guys are coached up to become defenders on that play, but they used 4.
Just 1. 1st down for Mahomes. Quentin White is in the backfield. A pass intended for. On 2nd and 10, that's Cantrell with a reception. Out to the 22. It's about points per possession that really matters. Pretty good separation that time for Tony. Ooh, how about that RPO, huh? Cutie gets it past. He deked the run here.
Yeah, they really did, and it was a quick one. It was a quick slant, a looky route is what we call it, and he found it really quick.
Barry, actually before the Texas game, he said, yeah, if it's not something he's not thrilled with, then we're not going to do it. Quentin White play at all. 2nd and 11 after the loss. Pressure off the corner. It's Justin Phillips.
Justin Phillips came down late out of his safety position. Hey, 19.
Back against Oklahoma State. Not always the easiest. Mahomes. Beautifully done to Batson for a first down.
Here's a 3rd and long, Timmy, against trips to the right side of the field. Mahomes escaping away. Just lifts that ball right between that zone.
It's no big deal. Swing it out to Jonathan Giles. Jonathan Giles. 34-51, 3 touchdowns in the air and 2 on the ground. Quentin Wright. Well, they're doing this down to their 3rd tailback.
Particularly on the 2nd down and 4 with yards to give.
Right on cue. And White burrows down about. Wow. Batson is in the slot to the top of your screen. Mahomes has room. Intended for Batson.
Pass interference. Defense number 31. Foul from the end zone. By rule, ball replaced it for 2 yards.
29. Nothing doing. In fact, stuffed a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage there.
Number 13 says nothing lucky about this when you come in here. And they did the Oklahoma State front.
Should have gone their way, and I believe the committee is aware of that. 2nd and goal. Let's see what happens here. Bootleg action. Mahomes with some room on his own. Just before he could reach for the pylon, he was knocked out. Are they going to give him touchdown? I think they did. Touchdown. Ball hits the. You got to make sure that he did not hit out of bounds before the ball hit the pylon.
Well, that's
the
think
issue.
You're going to be able to overturn
time.
After reviewing the play, the runner's knee was down out of bounds short of the goal line. When he 3rd down at the 1-foot line.
Interesting point. First, they've got to get in.
Yeah, they got to get in, but he's got a decision to make after that.
Touchdown, White.